Before a ball was even kicked, it was widely expected to be a bumper year for rugby league. And the 2002 season on both sides of the world proved to be exactly that and more. New Super League and NRL champions were born as the game delivered more magic moments than ever seen before. And Sky Sports watched it every step of the way. The season marked the return of South Sydney Rabbitohs after 2 years in rugby league wilderness. It was a comeback long overdue for the red and green army of supporters, and the Stars came out to signal game on for a season which promised plenty for the new look Bunnies. Their opener was against the Roosters at Aussie Stadium.
A metre from the line and they hang on again, the Rabbits.
That was amazing. It was almost 3-on-1. They still haven't got across. Last tackle, now back to wing.
To the right foot. Pressure for McLean. He went up, he came down without it, and over goes Hegarty. Morley for Fittler, inside 30, throws the dummy, sets his compass, heads for the line, puts the ball down. Brad Fittler scores. And it's gone away from Flannery. Bouncing, picked up by Morley, and Morley is tackled 5 away from the line. Fletcher will have a dig. Gets it over the line, he's got it down. Fittler, Craig Wing, that's Flannery. Flannery beat Richardson, all ends up. Here they come, the red, white and blues, coming from all over the shop, and they're over to score. Craig Wing. Wing, Fittler, and Fitzgibbon.
Craigie.
McKinnon. Craigie gets it away. The Rabbits are over.
Walker, still 10 out. Look at Langer, first receiver every time. The kick, a miss there by Patton. Grimaldi back for El Masri. High ball there for Sherwin. Still in back play. Travis Norton is down. Now it comes for Willie Tallow. He beats DeVere. Tallow will get over. Well, forget the start of the match for the Bulldogs. They have bounced back in grand style. Hughes back in field, this time with Sherwin trying to take on the line. He brushed through the tackle of Webke. 10 metres away with Corey Hughes. Hughes is only 5 out, has linked up, and the Bulldogs, just like that, have put tries on the board back to back. It is only 2 metres out with O'Mealy and Grimaldi at dummy half. Sivanasiva was the last line of defence. To the right with Norton. Then it comes through Hughes for Vungana, standing in the Langer tackle. Back for Vungana, now El Masri. El Masri burrows low for the corner. 9 metres away from the line. Played by DeVere. Takiri for Langer, and then a flat ball. It is passed on from Lee, back for Langer. Round the corner. What a pass from Langer. Last tackle. Walker. Back for Langer. Doesn't kick this time. The pass, 2 bounces to Lockyer. Wide pass. Batted on there by Takiri. Fielded now by DeVere. Back in field, there'll be a try at the end of this for Brisbane. 9 metres away from the line. Feeney for Sherwin. Sherwin's going to try the low kick. It's there for the Dogs. This may be a try to El Masri.
He is onside. At the end of it. Deliberately for El Masri. Perfectly placed kick. He gets the ball down as well.
90 seconds remaining. Hazem El Masri right in front to level up. In Friday night football, the Dogs, he's successful. It was never in doubt.
Wesley, Plaisman, comes through the hands of Ferris. Lavia chipping over the top onto the chest though of McKinnon. Lavia went to the ground and McKinnon is away. Reeves can't match it with him at the moment. 30 to the 20 to the 10, and the Rabbitohs will play from in front. What a try to start this one at the stadium. Last tackle, Stanley puts it high to the end. The kicker won't find the in-goal area. Taken, no, would you believe it, by Brent Gross, who will score untouched. And here's deep. Stringer now. Stopped by Menzies. Going again, they won't stop it. Play it, 10 out. Here is Hopper. Going from dummy half. The lone try scorer for them. Lavia thought there was a gap. It closed quickly between Andrew Hart and also King was there. McKinnon can't stop Brendan Reeves, who spins in the tackle. And then out. Stanley. We'll give it to Craigie. Another play on here. Here's Richardson. Oh, good fend in the face of Hopewadi. He left him in his wake, and they won't catch him. He'll have too much speed for all of them, and a barrel roll to finish it off as well. Reeves with the kick to McKinnon again on the full. As McLean with him, who gets on the outside of his opposite number and will go all the way. Another kick return try for the Rabbitohs. Stanley has it to Craigie, who puts the chip kick in over the top. It's a gift away for Kim, who gets the rude service bounce to score try number 7 for the Rabbitohs.
Off the foot, play on. Off the foot, and rightly so, is called by Archer. This is Jones. They hang off Jones. Jones will score in game number 150. But the Eagles are still in this. No doubt about that. You can't write them off. But PJ Marsh, you can't forget about him. Stacey Jones looking for try number 2. That pass was a mile forward. He's caught play on. It took a hand of the Eagles. Back to Corbin. He's got his second try. Now, Siu going forward, looking for his second try. Looking to offload. Did offload. Back to PJ Marsh. Dancing like a ball. Back to Stacey Jones. Play on, went back. And a bit of a push back, I think, there from Ferris to that man who was held up. Dawn gives it across to Torrance. Hopewadi will score. They're on the score sheet. Play on, that's all right. 10 metres. Eagle side of halfway. Jones has got it. Gives it to Logan Swan. And that pass is okay. According to the referee, Jones back on the inside. Here come the Eagles. Let's wire. Oh, yeah. They are turning it on. Well, I'll tell you what's going on. The Warriors are again queuing up. Lower TD. He gives it back to Jones. Now to Webb. It comes to Falmawina. Sensational rugby league at Ericsson. Marsh has got it. Marsh has gone through. Paper thin defence. Jones looking for try number 3. Stacey Jones. He's got the pace. He's got the try. He's got the afternoon all to himself when the final hooter goes.
There were no great surprises early doors, with the 2001 champions setting the pace on top after just 5 rounds of the NRL. New Zealand Warriors also off to a good start, but Parramatta very slow out of the blocks. And it looked like it might be a long season early on for the Roosters with 4 early losses. Lots of people were talking about the Warriors, but how would they handle a team blessed with fellow Kiwis wearing the blue and white?
Stay there.
Sherwin. Bypass Price to come to a Nasta. He goes wider still to Talau. He beat Brad Webb. He's got to the line, and the Bulldogs get the first try of the night. Adam Perry takes the tap. Here they come again. Sherwin, a lovely ball to Norton. Here's a Nasta running at them. Got in behind Corporal, and Feeney is in for the Bulldogs. Norton picks it up. It's an arm free. It comes to Talau. He beats one tackle. They can't really win, and Talau will get there again for the Bulldogs. Here's Norton. It comes to Rauhihi. Lovely pass for Sherwin. If they go and score here, it's double jeopardy for the Warriors. And Afro Willie Mason will put it down behind the posts. Last tackle, Jones. High to the air. Oh, Henry will leap in the air. Went up too early. Miles drills it backwards. Handled by Jones. Back to Cleary. He flings it backward. Touched by the Bulldogs. 6 more tackles. Here's Torpy. He will score for the Warriors. In front of the post. 20 away. Marsh gives it to Cleary. A front pass.
Hold out.
This is what may be the side of the game with only under 2 minutes to go now. Goes out the bucket, and he will certainly take the ball one-on-one.
Almost gets away. Yes, he does get away. Nigel Vangina wins the game for the Bulldogs. Here's Holbrook as the Roosters have a great chance. Still the game's first try. Fetler from Haggerty. There it is. We go to the left-hand side. Peters at first receiver. Split the gap and got a beautiful ball on to Barrett. And he's still out there. The dummy half roll with Fiddler. Cuts out a couple to give it to Holbrook, who gives it on to Hodges. He got in behind them. Fires a lovely pass to Ricketson, who won't have the speed to outrun Blacklock. They got a beautiful pass to Phillips, who staggered, who stumbled, but fell across the line to score. He plays it back to wing. He goes to Fiddler, who runs to Holbrook and gives him a gift. Holbrook was untouched. The player back to Hodges, and they're inside the Dragons 20 again. Fiddler on the last tackle. Tries to kill up a little Andrew Johns and does so.
Let go.
Last for Brisbane, Langer, they run it. Webb still going away from Petherbridge. Lockyer on the inside, he goes himself. Reeves away from him, still going. Carl Webb still going. Ball on the outside to Kelly. Flick back to Lockyer. That is a sensational try. Last tackle. Langer inside to Lockyer. Down on the pass. Here's another try. Chris Walker. The gates are starting to open and the Broncos are bursting through. What will they do here? Walker to Langer. Lockyer inside to Chris Walker. Throws it back to Berrigan. Back to Lockyer. That is a sensational rugby league try. Webke. Now Langer, Lockyer, Chris Walker. Great footwork from Lockyer. Where's Kelly in support? He's trying to position him. Doesn't need him.
Wrong.
Too easy, Chris Walker. Lottie Takiri. Can he go all the way? Levia's the only one that can stop him. And Lottie Takiri gets a hat-trick with an amazing length of the field individual try. The crowd is on their feet at ANZ Stadium.
Well tackled over there by Reardon. Kamali, now a grubbing shot. Mason couldn't get it. The Sharks a chance, they're over. Trindle. Hughes is over to celebrate. Johns. Mellor looking to give it, holding onto it. McKenna, Johns, off his left foot, off his right foot, and over the line. Reardon using Trindle. There's another try for the Dogs. This time it is Willie Palau. Kamali again off his left foot. He's over. The number 7 gets his second try of the game. And Steve will play the ball 10 metres out from the line. From Perry to Trindle. Trindle to Norton. Norton turns it in. Trindle turns it back. And little Willie Talau. Graham. Kamali. Beattie for Kamali. Thought he was going to get 3. He doesn't, but McDougall does. Sherwin kicks high, puts everybody on side and comes down with the ball. Trindle gets it away. Bunkinar is in again. What a wonderful effort by Brent Sherwin. 7 tries on the board now for the Dogs. Sherwin kicks. Patton after it. Patton's got the ball and he puts it down. Haven't we seen some spectacular stuff?
10 rounds in then, and the Brisbane Broncos had charged their way to the top, and Canterbury Bulldogs had climbed into second position. And reassuring news for Ricky Stewart after a dismal start, his Roosters jumped their way from 12th to 6th on the table. Not such good news for new Sharks coach Chris Anderson. 5 consecutive losses had them floundering 4 from the bottom without a win since round 5. Next, we kick off the review of Super League 7 with the opening clash seeing a replay of the 2001 Grand Final and the Wigan Warriors looking to exact revenge.
Mackay. Lovely ball. Great run here from Crowder. They're flooding forward to help him out as well. Great ball. Richard Horn! Richard Horn! Fabulous try! Fabulous Hull try from Richard Horn.
Well, you know, we were effective in so many departments. I think, you know, we've totally outplayed Leeds tonight in a great performance. Terrific 2 points to get. But, you know, early stage of the year yet. So we take the win and we go away and work even harder now.
Jason Smith, the architect, to Steve Craven. Beautiful ball. Prescott. Prescott, he's on his own, trying to turn Paul inside out. Great tackle from Robbie Paul.
Was it ever? Got him on target, did the right thing for the first and second markers. Jason Smith found them.
This is Coelan, fed on the bounce by Jason Smith. That's the last tackle. Hull are asking questions of this Bradford defence. And that's a kick out wide. Great kick too to Crowder. Crowder's in! Crowder's in for Hull! Lowe's, not the best pass. Gilmore, wide it goes. McAvoy!
Try time, he's got it down.
Deacon to Robbie Paul. Showed it to Forshaw. Showed it to Costin. Gave it to Vicona. A brilliant try. An absolutely brilliant try. Scored by Vicona, but made by the genius of Robbie Paul. No penalties. And here goes Hodgson. Hodgson is away. He's got support with him. It arrives. This is a chance here for Mark Smith. He's off the line.
What a tackle! Kieran Cunningham, he spins him around.
Mark Smith it is.
And Mark Smith says, all I have to do is plant the ball. It's on his knee there. This is N-O-T-R-Y. It's on the line.
Martin dabs it through. Martin inside to Sculthorpe. Try for Sculthorpe.
What a try.
Magnificent try. Absolutely magnificent from the Saints. Darren Britt plays the ball quickly. He is long. This is Martin. It's now wide. Chances here. Albert. Or Stewart. Anthony Stewart it is.
I think there were so many turning points in that game, but maybe Kieran Cunningham's tackle on Mark Smith in the corner.
Super performance, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Like from a guy who shouldn't have played, and he didn't have a needle either. We wouldn't let him have one. But he pulled that off. It just speaks volumes to the player, doesn't it?
Senior is on fire at the moment. Senior, he'll beat Lennon. No danger. What a try. This fellow is absolutely electric just now. Adamson, what a signing this fellow's been for them. Support arrives from Sinfield. Here is Sheridan, and that is a brilliant try. Ryan Hudson. Here now is Lee Harland. Harland attacking the line. Harland's in. Harland's in for the Tigers. Sinfield's pass out the back door to Burrow. And Burrow spins away. Oh, look at this fella. Rob Burrow. An immense talent.
You know, the lads stuck to our guns, and I thought we well deserved 2 points. I mean, although Castleford did come out firing second half,
and we're very close, but we just had enough left in the tank, I think, to pull away.
Hyam is the dummy half. Here is Sean Long. Long showed it, got it away to Sculthorpe. They must be in on the overlap, and they are with Gleeson. Walker saw a gap and is through, and Walker will score.
Now will Leeds.
Andy Hay.
Great dummy.
Andy Hay wide to Carl Pratt. Pratt to senior. Leeds are going to go in ahead at half-time.
Well, I think St Helens will start to feel that they're in with a chance now. They say only 2 points adrift.
Oh, great hands.
What's
Calderwood scores in the corner. St Hilaire all over the top there of Sean Hoppy. And Joint is in. They just fell off the tackle.
This has been a wonderful performance by Leeds after a very shaky start.
Here's Joint, he's got it away. Anthony Stewart down the line. Daring in and out. Oh, Stewart scores.
What a try!
What a try from Anthony Stewart.
Oh, well, we never said die, you know. So much good team spirit in our camp, and all the lads work for each other and believe in ourselves.
The kick out wide, looking for Adam Hughes. This is a big test. Hughes has claimed it. Hughes has got the fall. Goulding hoists the kick. A test now of the witness wing. Bounce. It's pounced. And this is a try for Treesick. This is the last one. Carter looking for the penalty. None forthcoming. It's with Weston. Weston gets the pass away. They're in. Robert Well. This is the last tackle. Goulding's attacking the line. Puts the kick in out wide looking for Littler. Littler's after it. Ball's bunched. Gibson. Oh! What a tackle from Hughes.
What a night this guy's had.
The referee wants to check it out. This is Kieran Cunningham-esque.
He went high. Now then, does...
No, it's wonderful defence. It isn't a try, and it's a 20-metre restart.
Neil got there in the end.
Yeah, it wasn't very pretty, was it? And both sides looking to bounce back from poor defeats a couple of weeks ago, and it's always going to be a tough game, but obviously we've toughed it out and got the points.
So after 7 completed rounds in Super League for 2002, the table looked like this. Bradford were on top. Propping up the table were the Wolves. It was first versus fourth next as St Helens took on Bradford at Valley Parade in a repeat of the 2000 Grand Final.
Lowe's from dummy half, spins it wide, on the bounce, Vainicolo, first try, 31 seconds. Leslie Vainicolo with the first try for the Bulls. Now Bradish will hoist the kick. Good kick too. That's hanging. Kirkpatrick went for it. It bounced. This is Edmondson. Edmondson gets it away, and this could be a try.
It will be.
This could be a try to Kirkpatrick. Deacon then on to Robbie Paul. Naylor, they've got the man on the overlap. It's Vicona, and he's got too much strength. Withers back, it goes to Costin. Costin over the top to Vicona. Diskin to Sheridan to Hay. Now Senior. Peacock has hold of him, flicked out the back door. Leeds will come again with Sheridan. Now it's with Sinfield. There's a gap for Sinfield. He's through. Sinfield scores. Sinfield dumps the ball back. Poaching is in. Poaching levels the score. McDonald.
McDonald scores! Tony Carroll all the way for Leeds Rhinos. What a try! What a fantastic try for Leeds. Retchless again. Here's Gillette. Gillette with another good stab to the post. It's bounced off Andy, and this is a try. And here is Adam Hughes. He's away from Moran. He's away from Hall. He's away from Dimmock. What a marauding run from Hughes. He's got Spruce on his inside, and Spruce will score for Widnes. 3 tackles gone. Retchless. Bowden to power towards the line.
Neat little offload there.
Plays the ball.
Try time.
And here now is Eaton. It's with Weston. Back to Eaton. Long ball to Spruce. Spruce to Hughes. Hughes is in. McCurry. It's the last one, this. Drop goal now from Eaton.
He's got that one.
And here comes Wild, and he's away from Withers, and Wigan are in with his outstanding youngster Stephen Wild underneath the posts. Wigan are in possession here with Johnson. They've got 2 men on them support. Lamb is there, and Lamb's going to score. What a start this is for Wigan. Witt given it there by Deacon to Robbie Paul. He will attack them down this left side. Naylor is brought into it. The gap's opened up for Naylor. Inside it goes to Gartner. And Gartner has got support from Withers. Wigan though have funneled back. Vicona will celebrate the contract.
What a try.
Deacon has it. Here's the kick. They're calling for it out wide. They want to test Dallas. Vicona gets it. Dumps it back. Here is Peacock. Still going Peacock. Peacock has got Naylor. And Naylor scores. Wigan in possession. With O'Connor. With Farrell. Crossing. The fans can't watch. This for victory. Deacon has kicked it. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff from Bradford.
So there was no change at the top after round 12, with Bradford on 20 points out of a possible 24. Leeds were in second on 18, with Saints, Hull, Wigan and London in the top 6 playoff positions. Widnes and Castleford were hot on the heels of the 6, with Salford at the bottom and Warrington just above them on points difference. So after 11 rounds in the NRL, the Bulldogs were on a roll, and with 8 straight wins, they were fast becoming the team to beat in what was a very tight 4-way battle at the top. The Warriors continuing to exceed expectations, while the Dragons underperformed. And the Rabbitohs' bubble of pre-season hype looked like it had burst. The Sharks also with little to celebrate, and it seemed a long season assured for the 3 at the bottom, including the Panthers.
Sattler. Ball for Joe Nunnall now. Got the arms free. Lewis is there, and the Panthers will score first tonight. Here's Prittis from dummy half. Got it off to Gower as they work another play down the short side. Pulatua. Lovely ball out the back for Wessa, who will crash across for the Panthers and score their second try. Dummy half going quickly. Floats a pass. A terrible pass. Hegarty intercepts it. He will also run away. 2 passes, 2 intercepts and 2 tries for the Roosters in the second half. Yeah. Luke Young got away from the tackle of Fitzgibbon. Has Wesson backing up on the inside. The fullback will get his second try. We have a game in our hands once again here at Penrith. Here's Gallup. Sattler. In motion outside him, Young. Gives it to Rorty. Tries to get away from Heggie. Lovely ball for Elton. Here's Wesser, who picks up a hat-trick and puts the Panthers in the lead. Anasta to Hughes, to Lau on the inside of Finch, got away from him, great hands Utai, back on the inside Anasta, powerhouse play from the Bulldogs, they score the first try. Sherwin again at first receiver, goes himself in behind them, lovely ball for Big Welly who scores their second try. Corey Hughes comes to Sherwin, here's Mason again. Off that left foot, back down the middle of the park, he's away. He comes to Shafovsky, he gives it back to Corey Hughes, they can't stop him. Here it is, Paul. Shafovsky from dummy half. Loves to run when there's only one marker there. Couldn't find a way through on this occasion. Intercepted by Braith Anasta, who will stroll down the middle of the park to pick up try number 2 tonight for himself. Just outside the 20. Perry. Anasta going high, looking for the leapers out wide. Amongst them was Luke Patton, who came down with it but lost it. No, in fact, he kept it. Here's Bunga, who will reach out.
From Marsh, infield to Jones. Stacey Jones kicks it ahead and chased through by John Carlisle, who gets it down.
Keep it in, Arlie.
But the Sharks feed this scrum only 15 metres out from the line, go to the blind side and Paul Fronze. Fronze still going and able to scramble over and score, Paul Fronze. 10 out from the line, he plays it. Through Murphy, then to Tony, on to Jones. Stacey Jones getting through, gets it back to Motu Tony and the little 5'8" scores under the post. Now away to Kamali. Kamali bounces away from Campion and scores. Just 5 out from the line, Kamali plays it. Through Gibson. Then it comes on to David Peachy. Peachy stepping back in and will go in underneath the post. Plays the ball to Gibson. Left-hand side. Through Kamali. Wide pass to Nick Graham. Graham going through and scores. On the final tackle now, the Warriors. Jones, the little banana kick, putting it back across field. It's going to be lost by David Peachy. Goes straight to Motu Tony, who scores.
6 more.
Peachy onto McKenna, almost got through a gap. Tony, with a desperate tackle, gets him to ground. David Peachy runs from dummy half, gets over the line and scores. Last tackle coming up now for Cronulla. Peachy tries a little kick, it's still gone loose, still loose. Eventually dived on by Dean Bosnich.
And played there by the number 15, Woolno.
Yes, without doubt, the goal of the season there by leading point scorer Hazem El Masri in that memorable win at Newcastle. But the fairy tale story in the second half of the season was the remarkable turnaround in form by Cronulla Sharks. They jumped 6 places on the table from 12th to 6th. And with just 6 rounds remaining before the playoffs, out came the calculators for some coaches with just a few spots in the top 8 on offer, but a few more pressing their claim.
Now, Jones across to Webb with a bit of a gap in front of him. He got it back to lower Teddy, they'll score. Francis Melly, there's the equaliser. Jones gives it on to Goodenbeal. And he's swarmed upon by the Bulldogs' defence. Centre field, they keep the ball alive. Amazing play. Marsh, Jones, I should say, back to Swan. Cleary's over. Well, that's remarkable. Last tackle now coming up for the home side. They shifted to the left. Cleary got the kick away. Not the best of kicks. Francis Melly is coming through at a great rate of knots. Ball comes loose. Melly picks up the scraps. They'll score. In they go in the corner. David Miles. He's just come onto the field. The super sub. He scores in the corner. And up they go. Goodenbeal. He wants a try. Got it back. They're over. They're over. Warringah Corbu. He scores. Is that the nail in the coffin of the Bulldogs? Is their winning run about to end?
And now it's away from Jones. Jones on to Webb. Webb, dummies, cuts through, gets it back. Lauatiti running like a three-quarter inside the 30-metre line. What a run by Lauatiti. Ivan Cleary will score. Jones on the right, then it's away for Hohaya, and Hohaya is pulled down by Gordon Tallis and by Brett Seymour. Close to the line, 5 tackles. Jones puts a kick in. There's a chance for Cleary. Cleary's got his number 2. Here's a chance for the Broncos. Can they get it over the line? Without mistake, it is Lockyer for Walker. Walker throws it back in. De Beer gets the try. Here is Goodenbeer. Looking to keep another phase together. He does that. Marsh was there. Marsh got it away. Swan looks around, finds Jones. Jones goes through an opening. Jones has got one to beat. The little legs are pumping. He goes out to Millie. Millie's over. Millie's over in the corner. Touch judge likes it. Manda will point to the spot. There is the try to the Warriors. That has won them the game.
So after round 23, the Bulldogs were still on top and looking certain to claim the minor premiership, despite the Warriors bringing to an end the club's record-equalling winning run. And in New Zealand, confidence was continuing to swell, the Warriors having just toppled their 2 closest rivals. But with just 3 rounds remaining in the regular season and still a glimmer of hope for a few teams on the fringe, then came that announcement that rocked the world of rugby league.
The National Rugby League has resolved to issue the Bulldogs with a breach notice, withdrawing 37 NRL competition points from its 2002 season tally and fining the club $500,000.
So how did it go so horribly wrong for the Dogs? Well, it was due largely to inflated payments to young stars like Braith and Astor that brought the club to its knees, with wholesale administrative changes seeing former great Bulldog scrum half Steve Mortimer head up the new operation. And so with the Bulldogs in the basement, sitting now on just 4 points from 2 byes, it was New Zealand Warriors who moved into pole position, 1 point ahead of Brisbane Broncos, and they were 1 point ahead of Newcastle Knights. And also with the Dogs out of the race, it opened up new opportunities on the fringe of the playoffs and spared the Rabbitohs or the Panthers the embarrassment of the wooden spoon.
Fittler again from close range. They had to break. Minicello will claim it. About 17 away from the Warriors line. Ricketson comes to Fittler, who has Byrne, who hit the freeway, doing 160 k's an hour to score for the Roosters. Their men possessed. Fittler, another good ball. It comes away to Crocker. 3 tries for the Roosters, and 3 times it's Fittler who's left. Wing comes to Fittler, who will kick early in the count here. Minicello racing through in a one-on-one battle with Francis Melly. They both missed it, and Justin Hodges snuck through and beat them all to the ball. Wings away again. He comes to Brent Webb, runs away from him, and lays it on a silver platter for Todd Byrne. Phillips will play it back to the dummy half. Flannery juggled it. Here's Ricketson turning it back on the inside for Kidwell, who on the angle had too much for Campion. And now they're only 12 metres away. Here's Robinson taking it towards the post. A flat pass to Fittler. It's the captain's delight. Only 5 away from the line. Some heavy strapping on the thighs. He's had a lot of quadricep trouble. Runner delivers a pass, and the Knights are over with Abraham. A kick that was swirling about, and Kennedy counter-attack from the Newcastle Knights with Tahu. His first touch of the football in this game, and there is no stopping Tamana Tahu. 25 away. Andrew G to the right with Lockyer. Oh, Tallis, they saw him coming. He bounced away from Perry. Delivered the pass there for Seymour. This will be a Broncos try. Kennedy back for Quinn. Quinn now only 15 metres out.
Yeah, Ben Kennedy went the wrong way there. Johns wanted on the outside. They have plenty of troops. 1 too late now.
Long pass for Rudder. Then Matthew Gidley. Wide out for Morris. Morris has got over. So neither team would say they're on top of their game at the moment.
It's a nice night to come back, Peden, for Andrew Johns. Cut out ball that time for Gidley. There's that pass. There is the trademark ball for Morris. Here they come again. It's Andrew Johns who will score it for Newcastle. Peden for Johns. Johns, that long ball to the right with Rudder. Rudder takes on Berrigan. Offloads for Kurt Gidley. Another pass coming up for Morris. Morris has put the dance on to Keary again, and he is over.
The Warriors ran out in Auckland with destiny in their own hands and the minor premiership well within their sights. To claim top spot, all they needed was a win over the tumultuous Tigers.
Now, Belissanti, he's got room in his score. He went low. He may be playing in the front row, but he's got plenty of brains. He got the pass away. Torby's got plenty of toe. He's still going and he'll score. See you later. They go this left side. O'Hire back now to Cleary. Got it back to Motu. Tony. He put a pass across. They're in.
So with that win, the minor premiership was assured and the JJ Gilton and Shield headed across the Tasman for the first ever time. And after the 26 rounds, the top 8 looked like this. New Zealand Warriors on top with Newcastle Knights equal on 38 points. Canberra Raiders lucky to sneak into the top 8 and the playoffs. On the other side of the table, Canterbury Bulldogs, of course, resting at the bottom and unlucky not to make it through to the playoffs, Northern Eagles and Melbourne Storm. The top 8 then settled in the NRL, but more to come when we return. The best of the best do battle in the regular rounds of Super League 7. Points and Warrington and Salford at the bottom, jointly sharing 4 points.
Wainwright with a little ding to the in-goal area, looking for Alan Hunt. Hunt has it, and there's a chance here for Gibson.
He's over.
Support from Holroyd. Salford in under the sticks. Watson. Oh, intercept. Tommy Martin. He's got Albert with him in support if he needs him. Tommy Martin all the way to the line, and an easy gift, an interception, but it took scoring by Martin. Saints flooding forward. This is Martin for a second. Tommy Martin. Cook to Jason Smith, looping past it, Chris Chester. They're in here with Mackay. Great start for Hull. Leading try scorer in the Super League, Graham Mackay. Julian O'Neill, it comes wide to Andy Farrell. The captain almost through, nearly losing the shorts. What an effort from Farrell. Newton again, comes this way and finds Lamb. And here is O'Neill, good ball to Wild. The flooding forward, Radlinski's this way.
It's forward, surely.
It isn't, they're not even going to consider that. Jason Smith, Andy Last, Richard Horn, Paul Cook. Paul Cook's over under the sticks. Richard Horn seen a gap, but he's in.
He's got it.
Richard Horn for Hull. Mark Smith, Farrell.
He'll do it.
Eaton finds Weston. There's a hole there. They have men on the overlap. It's Adam Hughes, and Adam Hughes will score against his former club. And Eaton will hoist the midfield bomb. This is a tester for Ben Walker. He's allowed the ball to bounce. Adam Hughes is there. He'll score a second. And here comes the counter-attack from Leeds. And this is Danny Maguire. This outstanding young player, Maguire, has scored under the sticks. Leeds have it back with Senior, who's through the first line of defence. Senior will walk in. And that's a great kick from Sheridan. That is going to wait. And Percival's got some work to do!
What on earth are they doing?
He's gifted them a try!
I thought we've shown a lot of character. You know, Leeds are a good side, and for a team like us to do the double over them, it's a big effort.
Well, I think you warned your guys at half-time, didn't you, against the very danger of this?
Yeah, we know there's going to be an onslaught in the second half, and you know, we've lived a little bit close to the edge in the second half, but at the end of the day, the first half performance and a bit of character in the second half has seen us home.
Bartram, back it goes to Michael Smith, on it goes to Danny Orr. Danny Orr will try and kick to the corner. Danny Orr, Michael Smith. Offload,
that was a high
backwards. It was. Terry Newton had a little word with Michael Smith in his ear. That's a great ball from Danny Orr. Healy's got men out wide, not the best pass. Wells, can he make it? Yes! Lamb delaying it, getting the ball away. They're in. That's a terrific try from Aspinwall. Newton. Lamb, danger every time he has the ball. Great run.
Wonderful sidestep there. Just slipped at the last moment.
Newton will score. Ferner slipped the net and will score. David Ferner. Neat stuff from Danny Orr and a hack forward again. Danny Orr, brilliant. What a magnificent try.
We've competed with one of the top three sides once again, and I've got to be pleased, but we could have had the 2 points.
It was a game you felt you could win, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, without question. It's been well documented throughout the week that several international stars are missing from the Wigan squad, so it was a great opportunity for us and one that we've not taken.
Here's Gavin Clinch again. High kick to the in goal, looking for the height of Danny Halliwell, maybe Colm Halpenny. Ball has bounced free. Now then, is that a try for Halliwell on his return? Clinch changes the direction. Great ball. Pankovic. Oh, Colm Halpenny. If it had taken that in, he would have got it. The referee isn't convinced he's not knocked on.
I think it came off his head. He was pointing to the nose.
Was he a knock on it? Just hit him on the head.
Well, a goal to the photo finish on this one. Could they win by a nose?
He pointed to the nose, didn't he? And it did.
It did.
Crossfield kick from Gavin Clinch again, looking for Beckett out wide. He's dropped it. It's a try here. Hyam. Flick pass, Barry Ward, wide it goes, Cunningham, they have 3 against 2 out wide, Cunningham taking them on and getting there. Hyam, back to Long, to Joint, wide to Hoppy, they're in again. Sculthorpe went on the dummy run, this is Bennett, they must be in here with Gleeson, yes they are. There's a midfield bomb from Long. It's high, and it's claimed by Wellens. Good hands. Sculthorpe is in. And Sculthorpe went for the 1 point and got it.
So 20 rounds gone then in Super League 7 and the table certainly taking shape. Bradford was still on top with St Helens hot on their heels. A relegation battle ensued at the bottom of the table with only 4 points separating the bottom 4 teams. The playoffs look like that. The top 8 then all through to week 1. The top 4, Sydney, Brisbane, Newcastle and New Zealand, all securing a home berth in week 1. For the eventual winner, it would take just 4 consecutive wins to hold aloft the 2002 NRL Silverware. The first game of the NRL Final Series saw a replay of the round 26 game the preceding week between the Roosters and the Sharks. On that occasion, Next up saw a familiar face in the crowd at ANZ watching his former Brisbane teammates confront Parramatta Eels. It was the Eels that brought to an end the Broncos season 12 months earlier, but heading into the final series, Brian Smith's men were anything but at the top of their game in what was a bruising encounter.
Eels in possession, inside their 30, Solomona. Momentum 3 offloads, make that 4! McFadden away, there's support on the inside, and the Eels are away, and here is the first try. It will go to Luke Burt. They were beaten in week 1 of the finals last year in Brisbane by the Sharks. Langer, 15 from the line. This time Berrigan. Berrigan finds a gap, and he did find it, and he made the most of it. Lockyer with Langer, and then good ball for Myers. Myers back for Langer, then over the top for Takiri. Takiri changes the angle, gets in goal. Has he forced the ball? That is the question.
Takiri. Yeah, that's fine.
For Drew, then Newtner, then they keep it alive for Winners, and now Winners starts to motor. He finds top gear, and they're not going to stop him. Parramatta defence on their own goal line. Walker, Tallis just marches over. This is my turf, and that is a try from the Brisbane captain. Langer, 12 out, passes deep. Who wants it? Sivanasiva. He's told to run. Big Petro. Next to within 5 of the line. Solomona, the tackle. Walker, Langer, the little bloke. He stretches out. Oh, and Tallis said this was my turf on the previous try. The little prince has said this is my kingdom.
Another replay of a final round fixture saw St George Illawarra Dragons confronted with a sudden death situation and a capacity crowd away to the 2001 NRL champions. All started according to plan for the Knights early on, with a dream start by Billy Peden in his last ever game at Marathon. But a short time later, all went horribly wrong.
25 out from the line. Badiris goes right. Johns dummies back to go left. Then Jinkson takes the defence. 3 of them in all. Bailey, Cooper and Riles. And Johns is hurt. Johns is clutching at the base of the spine area. There it is.
There it is there from Luke Bailey. But not done on purpose.
And here's Riddell putting a kick in. It's come down for Smith and St George Illawarra. They are over. Barrett poised to the right. Peters using Barrett. Barrett for Thompson. Thompson is over the line. Harrigan points to the spot. Another try for the Dragons. Thompson. What a dramatic turnaround in the game for Lance Thompson. He was on the end of a driving multiple tackle from Newcastle that eventually led to a try. Here they go again. Barrett running the football. Barrett's inside the 30. He pushes away. He gets a springboard. He goes over. And Barrett has scored the 3rd Dragons try. Badiris. Woolnow. Adam Woolnow is over the line. Thompson will play the ball. Riddell to the left for Peters. Kick it high. Gidley's coming up out of the deep, and then he lets it bounce. And it's down here for Clark. Clark will score. Clark's over. 8 metres short of halfway. Played back to Badiris and now to Parsons. How much work has Parsons done on Kennedy? Rudder, Gidley, Kennedy. Now Tahu. He's got Quinn unmarked. Oh, Tahu. He simply said, get out of my way. I am going to score. Riddell. Riddell is over. Riddell has scored. Oh, they are jumping.
To wrap up the first week of the NRL playoffs, it was an arduous task for Matthew Elliott's Canberra Raiders. They travelled to Auckland to face the New Zealand Warriors, and early on the home side looked absolutely stunning. They ran in 2 very quick tries, and it took some time for the green machine to finally click into top gear. But when they did, it was a brotherly brace that set them on their way.
McClendon back for Monahan. 11 metres out. Across field they come. Rogerson. Monahan. Here's the chance for the Raiders. It is Joel Monahan who scores the try-out line. 15 metres out from the line. And Canberra with 1 try next to their name, perhaps threatening to post a second. Wolford wants to keep it alive for Monahan. The defence stood still and Monahan is over. On the Raiders 10-metre line. Jones thought about kicking left. Jones goes through. Passes to Lauatiiti. First touch of the football. And 0. And he goes to ground 30 out. Not a good play the ball from Corpu. Could have been pulled up. Jones for Guttenbeil. And Guttenbeil offloads for Jones. This is their show, the Warriors. And here is Stacey Jones. Oh, he goes over. Tony infield with Jones. Then for Hahaya. Tongue went for the big shoulder charge on the 5'8". He missed. And it is back with Tony. Going across field and holds it out. Still going across field. Now slices through. Keeps it alive for Toppy. Toppy around the corner. Oh, that is some sort of try right there. It is 4 metres away from the line. And last tackle. Tony takes off. Tukey on the inside ball. And the big fella has got there. Mark Tukey has scored for the Warriors.
So the teams going through to week 2, St George, Cronulla, Sydney and Newcastle. Losses for Canberra and Parramatta saw them eliminated, with Brisbane and the Warriors earning a week's rest. The first game of week 2 of the NRL playoffs saw the St George Illawarra Dragons face the Cronulla Sharks. Was 3 wins on the spin too much to ask of the Red and Whites, or would Cronulla recover from back-to-back defeats by the Roosters?
Johns. Kamali, a long ball out to Peachy. Peachy will go through. Peachy scores. First try of the semi-final. The scrum 10 metres out from the Sharks line, and a great chance for the Dragons to draw level. Gaznia will get there. Here is Smith on the 30-metre line. Bird has gone into the Cronulla side. Peter, has he?
He has. He's there at marker now, Ray, and has been caught out by the dummy half, Shane Millard.
Billy Millard gets the ball away and Riles is over. Gives it back now for Gallen. Gallen gets it away for Danny Nutley, and Hornby catches a ride. Millard there as well. Kamali away for Bailey. The Sharks have had great field position. Kamali for Graham. Graham dummies. Now it's with Franze. He will score. Loser of this dropping out as Kamali goes through, gets it away. Bickerstaff will score. No more deserving player on the park. Priester, Kamali, and there's the pass. Franze gets his second try. 15 from the line. They go to the short side for Peachy, and Peachy flick passes. Mellor will be hard to stop. They won't stop him. Mellor puts the ball down. The Sharks are in again. They're not keen to, as I said, do anything flash. Treaster goes out from dummy half, gets away for Bird. Bird's over. The Sharks are into the semi-finals.
While one former Roosters rugby league great hoped to see more glory days in week 2 of the playoffs, the modern-day champion from Newcastle watched from the sideline. In the absence of Andrew Johns, it was prop Matt Parsons who wore the captain's armband, and big shoes to fill for a makeshift scrum half, with the odds firmly stacked against the Knights.
And here is Simpson now, beating Fitzgibbon, taken by Bonetti. Ball to be played just in front of the uprights, about 18 metres away from the Roosters' line. Now, Badeiros scampers away from dummy half, gets it back for Kennedy. Kennedy is over. Plays it back, Bonetti passes to the right. Fittler goes for a placed kick. Oh, Mullins, it's been knocked on by the Newcastle Knights, and the Roosters are over. Fed by Morris. And Rudder's into space. Has he got the pace? He's inside the 20. Minicello from nowhere. Rudder pulled down a metre from the line. Newcastle, they might get it over the line. I think they did.
No, he's got him short. He said play it.
Gidley played back to Morris. Badeiras intercepted by Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon striding over the halfway. Fitzgibbon, he's running out of petrol. They're going to get him, but he'll make it. Fitzgibbon scores a 90-metre try. Fittler now more keen than ever to get them down the other end and work from the side. Oh, look at Mullins! Mullins! Oh, it'll be a penalty. Doesn't have to be. They're there anyway. The Roosters have scored. Rudder, the ball was caught and passed in one action. Oh, Minicello's away. It's no race. Minicello sprinting over the ground. He scores. Playing it back for Crocker. Now it's with Kidwell. Kidwell back for wing. And now it's with Hodges. Hodges knows he's close to the sideline, so he takes the option of taking it to ground. Knowing there's a lot of tackles left. It is with Lomu now. He goes towards the middle. The ball goes down and to ground for Kidwell. 6 more tackles, says Hampstead. Minicello, he scores again.
So the 2001 NRL champions depart, and when we return, we see Super League 7 build to a fantastic final day. It was a shakedown like no other. And then of the placings on the Tetley Super League table after 20 rounds of the regular competition, still outright leaders Bradford Bulls on 34, then Saints 32, Wigan 29 and Leeds on 26. Getting very interesting in the middle also with the Vikings 21 and the Broncos 19. Coming next, second meets third. Local rivals come to blows at the JJB.
Wigan are running it with Ainscow, now with Hodgson, and the kick, and the chase. Ainscow's after it. Ainscow will get there. Newton. Lamb. Lamb! Brilliant! What a brilliant try from Adrian Lamb. Ainscow. Inside to O'Neill. Good run from Ferner. Brilliant run from Ferner.
St Helens coughed up a lot of ball, but you know I think our defence was outstanding. We've built our platform this year on our defence, and I thought it was outstanding tonight.
And Lamb is down and hurt as Carney at the play the ball finds Farrell, who dabs the ball in goal. Look at the Newton, and Newton I think has scored. Diskin, Danny Ward will drive it in. Terrific run from young Danny Ward.
Great effort.
Diskin will pinch one. Newton wide to Ainscow, and he's in. Cassidy, wide it goes. Ainscow try. Farrell, he's escaped the clutches. Farrell is back for Wigan. Andy Farrell is back. Farrell will attack the line. Lamb is there. Lamb will win it for Wigan. Come on, all the way back. Baines stands there under pressure from Bowles. Gets it away to Blakely. First try to Salford. Blakely behind the posts. Good hands. Andrew Frew is very quick, and he's too quick for Salford. Watson, that's a good ball. Here goes Malcolm Alker. Treacy wants it wide and gets it wide. This is Danny Arnold. He gets inside Sobertabur, and Arnold scores for Carl Harrison. Salford City Reds. Bowles and Bird, both of those could have been called forward. The kick over the top. That's very, very good play from Frew. He's going to score. Dion Bird again on the break. Now he's got support this time. He finds Davis, and Davis goes in for the try that will keep Wakefield above Salford at the foot of the table. Baines was the dummy runner. It's Holroyd, it's Alan Hunt, it's Danny Arnold. The lifeline appears. Watson to Alker. He's got Danny Arnold with him. It's Alker. Now it's Watson underneath the post, they say. Chances for a draw. Unbelievable from Salford.
Does it leave the relegation issue now, Carl? Well, it's still wide open, I think. There's 5 games left, 5 massive games, and we're still fighting. We're not going out down without a fight. I'm still quite confident. We've got to play a little bit smarter. I thought we played a little bit dumb. Got our half-backs to look at themselves a little bit, and we'll be okay.
Dimmock, Moran is the man in support. Moran gets through the tackle of Spruce, still going. A dab forward, and it's Toshak. And here is Tony Martin. And Martin's got support inside from Hetherington. That's a fine London try. Good hands. Moran! Wonderful try! Dennis Moran, try number 19 of the campaign. Terry Newton will attack the line. Craig Smith back on the inside. The ball then to Farrell. One-handed on to Radlinski. They've loaded down the right. O'Neill will bring it back inside and will score under the sticks. Mackay back to Paul Cook. And Cook dabs it in to looking for Tony Smith. It's with Lamb now, and Lamb showed it to Farrell and then gave it to Farrell. What a brilliant pass from the Papua New Guinean. Lee Jackson, dummy half. Here is Richard Horne. Saw a gap and went for it, Horne. Oh, what a try from the youngster. What a fabulous try from Richard Horne. Lamb gives it width. This is O'Neill. O'Neill gives it width to Carney, and Carney is in. It's Richard Horne. It's Paul Cook. It's Paul Cook. Cook is getting his way through. Support from Horne. Hull have won it. Hull have won it for Sean McRae.
Nerve-wracking sort of final 15 minutes, wasn't it? Because they were giving you everything.
Oh, there was. The pressure that we had on us for the last 15 minutes. Wigan were playing some great rugby, but I think our defence, our forwards, played very well today. They just kept us going forward, kept us strong up the middle. I think that's what won us the game.
Here is Withers. They're on the way again. It's poaching. Back it goes to Sheridan. Long looping pass to Kevin Sinfield. He'll attack the line. There now is Chev Walker. Chev Walker only has to plant the ball down.
He's got it down.
And he does.
Yep, no doubt about it. That's a try.
Try given to Chev Walker. This is Andy Hay. Andy Hay back on the inside. Willie Poaching will score. Poaching with the try and the celebrations that are unique to him. Calderwood, though, is equal to the task. And although the chase was good, Calderwood managed to stay within the field of play. He's hurt, though, is Mark Calderwood.
So it's Fielding.
Gingerly.
Fielding pick up a knock and they're into it.
That's good defence from Brown. The ball came free. This could be a try to Gardner. But here goes Jamie Peacock. And they're now 18 metres away from the line. No penalty, surely for Leeds, moving the instruction. Lowe's attacks him down the short side. Ball back then on the inside. Here is Leon Price. Price will win it for Bradford. Leon Price for the Bradford Bulls.
Just the shape of things to come in the next few weeks, the tension with so little between the two sides as the playoffs come, and then the playoffs.
I don't know, you tell me. I'm going to be playing a thing.
Probably, you hope not, probably for the sake of your health.
Well, my health went years ago, so there's no dramas there, but yeah, it was tense, and I would have been disappointed had we been beaten. I'm sure they're feeling disappointed in there that they got beaten because they played really well as well. But I thought we did enough in the second half to get the spoils.
It's with Watson. Now it's with Blakely. He'll attack the line. And over his head to Alan Hunt. And Hunt, oh, well, it's a very, very difficult decision.
Well, we'll have to see whether the feet hits the whitewash or whether his body touches that flag. It's pretty close. Oh, I reckon they'll give this.
Warren Stevens completing the tackle. Ulker the dummy half. Watson fires the pass to Wainwright. Round the corner it goes to Nicol. And Nicol is in for Salford. Clark. Breers. Over the top. Hunt claims it. And Hunt's on his way. Hunt's on his way. He's got paces, Alan Hunt. Apo's after him. Hunt against Apo. Hunt to the corner. Try for Salford. This is Ebrel. And Ebrel's not tackled and has scored, and Salford are off the bottom.
We put pressure on Wakefield by a great performance tonight. Defensively, I thought we were outstanding. Warrington never looked like scoring, and I'm really pleased for the boys because they've worked ever so hard in the last 12 weeks.
And the defensive aspect must probably be the most pleasing side of it.
Oh, no tries against is an outstanding achievement for any football team, and we've leaked a few recently, and we've worked a lot of defence this week, and we came up trumps, and I'm real pleased with the guys.
Connolly, dummy half here now is Craig Smith. Solid defence though from Mike Forshaw, but a couple more metres gained by Smith. Here is Radlinski, and Radlinski's in for the first try. Chris Radlinski, first try for Wigan. Last tackle here for Bradford. Robbie Paul, Deacon, stabs the ball in behind the defence, bounces kindly. Gardner gets it away. What a pass!
What a beautiful try.
Naylor tackled by Farrell. Vicona. Robbie Paul will hoist the kick. Oh, it's a slice kick. And that is a try, maybe. And this is, oh, it's a beautiful ball from Lamb. Radlinski a second.
What a pass.
Lowe's waits. Robbie Paul scampers forward. Wide it goes to Withers. Withers! Here now is Blakely. Here is Watson. Wide it goes. This is David Highton. David Highton for Salford. Played the ball to nobody. Bartram was there in the end. Got it wide to Danny Orr. Darren Rogers, was that forward?
It looked it.
Was that forward?
He can't go to the screen. He's got to go to the touch judge.
He's given the try.
Ooh, that is a big call. They're stunned.
They have a man on the overlap out wide, but they come in field instead. And it's driven in by Dale Fritz.
Again, the sliding defence, keeping them running across from the face of that defensive line. Surely it'll be the kick to the corner, will it?
3 tackles gone, 3 to go. Bartram will score for Castleford.
The wingers have dropped back. So has Rogers. It's got to be kick and chase, boys.
There's the kick. Here's the chase. It's picked up by Wells. And Wells has got support from Hudson. Hudson completes the victory under the posts. Graham Stedman dances on the touchline. Carl Harrison walks disconsolately out of Super League. Castleford are 6th, Salford are bottom. The Reds are on their way to the Northern Ford Premiership. Castleford are on their way to Wigan. Wakefield survive.
So after a nail-biting final round of the regular season, St Helens finish as league leaders, equal on points with Bradford Bulls, Wigan, Leeds, Hull and Castleford, who clawed their way into the top six. At the bottom end of the table, it was Salford City Reds who were to be relegated. So down to the final four in the NRL. It's New Zealand against Cronulla, but first we see the Broncos up against the Roosters with the first spot in the 2002 Grand Final up for grabs. Shannon Hegarty made a welcome return for the Roosters, and if the Broncos were to lose, would this be the final farewell for Alan Langer? With another Johns on the sideline, Sharks coach Chris Anderson was also forced to call on rookie reinforcements against New Zealand with that elusive premiership.
Wondering about that very last little movement that he made. It is a try! Thought about it, then decided to run, got the ball to Hohaya. It's gone away to Torpy. Torpy away to Melly. He's at the 10-metre line. He tries to beat them with his strength, and I think he's going to go down and be tackled.
That's 4 now, Ray. They've still got 2.
The 2002 NRL Grand Final had a build-up that had never been seen before. The Roosters, searching for their first title in 27 years, even had Billy Idol floating on air, and with the Warriors on the Grand Final stage, the interest in New Zealand. When we return, we see finals football Super League style, and just when you thought you'd seen it all, the game in Great Britain climbed to a new high. Leeds took on Hull at Headingley in the first of the Super League playoffs, with the winner to take on either Wigan or Castleford. Away from home, it was a tough ask for Sean McRae's men, but they were looking to cause an upset, and the fans from Humberside were there in great numbers.
The Hetheringtons, a family affair tonight, and at the moment, Kath is the one who should be smiling.
I wonder if they talk to each other in the build-up.
Great run here from Sinfield. Wonderful run from Sinfield. Look at this from Sinfield. Senior back on the inside. What a try this will be! Kelly Senior, fed by Sinfield. That was incredible. It's left Sean McRae shaking his head. Quick play the ball to Calderwood. Calderwood to Ben Walker. Looping pass to Kevin Sinfield. Space for Sinfield. Sinfield then to Cummins. Easy. This is the last one. Last tackle here for Leeds. It's with Sheridan. He'll hoist the kick out wide. Here's a tester for Prescott. Ball has bounced. Picked up one-handed by Walker. This will be a try. Here's Danny Ward. Oof. Big collision with Greenhill. Quick play the ball again. That's the feature of Leeds. Here's Andy Hay. Now it's Keith Senior. Too much power, Senior. Keith Senior with his second try. Sinfield. Leeds flooding forward. The kick is after Calderwood. Calderwood's after this. He'll get it. Try for Calderwood. Here now is Cook. A stab to the corner, and Jackson will touch down. Here's Andy Hay. Back to Senior. And Senior's away from home. Hat-trick time for Keith Senior. Sheridan gets away from Jackson. Inside is Calderwood.
Surely that was forward.
Calderwood's away from another. And Calderwood aims to the corner. And he'll score his second try. Full-time siren. Keith Senior's 3 tries enough to see Leeds through. The South Standers don't particularly care about the scoreline. It is that Leeds have won by 36 points to 22 on the night. They go forward to the second phase of the elimination contest.
At the JJB, the loser of this tie would say farewell, and the winner would play Leeds. Graham Stedman, well, he was hoping to take his Chargers through to the next stage of the playoffs.
Oh, he's broken through the first line of defence, Price. He's taken on Radlinski for speed. Great run from Price. Quick play the ball to Eager. It's now with Danny Orr, and wide it comes to Mark Lennon. He finds Ryan Hudson.
Good job Aspinwall got there on the tackle with a break there from the winger.
Bartrim to Lennon. Mark Lennon jumping out of his skin, apparently to play tonight, being given the chance because Healy's injured. This is Bartrim, here's Danny Orr. He slides the kick through. Price will score! Wayne Price will give Castleford the lead. This is the last tackle for Wigan. That's why there's the kick from O'Neill. Looking for Hodgson, he flicks it down. It's Lamb. It's a stroll in for Wigan. Adrian Lamb. Quick play the ball. Bartram will scamper away. Back it goes on the inside to Andy Lynch. Oh, he's lost that. Play on. Wigan have it back. Here comes Tickle.
Wonderful play by Terry Newton, the hooker. Could see that the ball had come out, just popped up to him, but rather than just take it, Smith's taking the
great break from Smith. This is David Hodgson. Radlinski on one side, Briscoe on the other. Hodgson won't need either of them. And Hodgson scores for Wigan. Danny Orr, that was a good take. Good ball as well to Eager. Tackle not completed, is it? Farrell. Lamb, drop of the shoulder, Jink, back to Radlinski. Could be a try here.
He's coming down.
Here's Ryan Hudson. Wide it goes to Danny Orr. Now then, Danny Orr to Rogers, and Rogers. Oh!
He's lost it.
I think he might have done.
Oh, that's a shame. Wonderful effort there. The delayed pass from Danny Orr was quite superb. Well, I just think at the last moment he loses it. Does it get a ricochet? He reaches out here.
Here's Craig Smith. Back to Adrian Lamb. Good movement here from Wigan. David Furner! David Furner! Try from David Furner!
Playoff nerves looked evident in both changing rooms as Wigan prepared to meet Leeds, two old rivals from Lancashire and Yorkshire looking to advance through to the next stage.
This now is Chris Radlinski. Radlinski is through. Radlinski's on his way. It's a great Radlinski try. Here is Adrian Lamb. Here is Andrew Farrell. They have a man on the overlap. Farrell won't need him. Farrell is in. They're on the last. Cassidy. Farrell will score. Andrew Farrell.
I thought we played very well, especially first half. I thought we was in control of the game all the way through, and all credit to Leeds. You know, 21 points down at half time. They come back fighting in the second half and didn't give up. Yeah, we're there in the next round, and obviously we've not won nothing yet, so good week ahead of us next week.
The winners of this match would be first team into the Super League Grand Final. St Helens coach Ian Millwood could afford to lose the game and still have home advantage in the next. Brian Noble knew victory would assure his side of a week off before the Super League Grand Final.
Lowe's, surely he'll stab it through, which it does!
Is he onside?
Could be a try for Deacon. Dan Deacon's taken a quick tap. Deacon on his way, he's got support for Fielden. What a tackle from Darren Albert.
Super tackle there.
Not done yet though, the Bulls. Deacon on the bounce, kick to the corner. Costin for Bradford. Lowe's again. Come down the short side to Withers. A dab through for Vynacolo. Oh, a try for Vynacolo. Joint. And Joint goes on his own. Strong defence again from Bradford. Last one here. Long stabs the kick to the in goal.
That's a try.
It's a try, is it for Cunningham? And Long's going to take a quick one, which he does. And Long will get there. Sean Long has scored for St Helens. Whoops, there's a mistake from Robbie Paul. Here is Newland. This is Anthony Stewart. And Anthony Stewart scores. is Long. This is Shields. Long takes over. He finds Stockport. The men out wide. Newland. Stewart. It's the try.
What a night for this fella.
Well, he's a man banging form, Steve-O, because he's kicked 10 goals in a match 3 times in the last 8 weeks of this season. But this one is his biggest kick of his life. Bradford fans biting their nails. Saints have got the prayer mats out. Sculthorpe. He's missed it. Sculthorpe has missed it.
Talk about the pressure. He looks calm, cool and collected.
This was Stuart Raper's chance with Wigan to reach the grand final for the 2nd year running. But captain Chris Joynt from St Helens led out his team, determined to beat them to the punch.
Long pops it then to Darren Britt, and Darren Britt is so close.
What a tackle from Radlinski. He looked for support in the prop forward, there was none there.
Out wide, it's a try. First try to Anthony Stewart. Sculthorpe. Oh, almost through. What a great tackle from Ferner.
Had to be as well. He was on the way to the line. Long is.
Joynt is. Chris Joynt gets another. Long with the kick over the top. Sculthorpe.
How do you fancy the Bulls next weekend?
We'll do our best. I mean, it was that 2 games took a lot out of us tonight. It's going to be hard, but we've got a week to get ourselves right, and let's see what we can do.
Old Trafford was again a fitting stage for the 2002 grand final, and another record crowd turned out to witness the pinnacle event of the season. Both coaches soaked up the atmosphere before the game, before their men did battle to see who would be crowned Super League champions for 2002.
And here come the Bulls with Withers. Withers wide, it goes to Naylor. It's opened up for Naylor. Naylor is in. Bradford off to a wonderful start. And here is Long. And a kick out wide. Here's the first test of Nicolo. Oh, he's allowed it to bounce. It's Gleeson. It's Gleeson for St Helens on the last. He offloads to Joynt. It goes wide. Maybe the pass should have gone wide first. It's come out to Bennett. And Bennett will touch down. He's lost it to Cunningham. And Cunningham's away from Warren, and he gets it away to Long. And Sean Long scored for Saints. Robbie Paul at dummy half. Deacon now. Anderson on his inside. Flips it back to McDermott. Brilliant hands. Robbie Paul for Bradford. Sculthorpe. He will.
No, he's short. He's 6 inches short. What
You're
a
right.
tackle from Gilmore.
He kept him out somehow. Cunningham. Wide to Long. Wide to Gleeson. They're in this time. This is the moment for Long. This is the moment for Long. He's kicked it. Long has kicked it. Long has kicked the goal that will win the grand final.
Yes, a gripping climax to a fantastic game, and to St Helens the spoils in Super League 7 and the Roosters crown in the NRL, both of which are set to face off here on British soil in the World Club Challenge on Friday, February the 14th. All the action nowhere else but here on Sky Sports. We have witnessed some magic moments throughout 2002, and we look forward to your company again in 2003 when Sky Sports bring you more of your favourite game than ever shown before.